Hi guys, Tom here, welcome to the vlog. Right, so anyone that reads will have an opinion on this. It's one of those topics that's been looming over the last few years that doesn't seem to ever want to go away. That is the debate between tablets and books. Now, I've been thinking about this a bit, and I've decided that there are lots of advantages and disadvantages for both types of reading. Here they are. Okay, number one, charging. A traditional book will never have any need for you to charge it. This means you can read it whenever you want, at whatever time of day, anywhere. Unless you're swimming, that could be a problem. Whereas if you're reading on a tablet, you will have to charge it every so often, otherwise it will die, which can be an issue if you've reached an important plot point and then suddenly your tablet dies of battery. You will have to wait to find out what happens, at which point you will no longer be as immersed in the action, which is why in this case traditional books could be seen as being better. Okay, number two, reading at night. Now for this, I think a tablet wins hands down, so long as it's got a backlit screen. This is because you can read at any point during the day, no matter how light it is outside, which is great. Also, it eliminates the need to have to use fiddly book lamps which never seem to light your page properly and just infuriate you. Now when it comes to travelling, arguably tablets are much easier to carry because they are smaller and take up a smaller amount of space in your bag. For example, if you take your tablet on holiday, which is this thick, and you're likely to read about 6 or 7 books which are this thick, you're going to have an issue in the size, because 6 or 7 volumes of this will fill up a lot more space than your tablet will. You can lend out your traditional hard copy book to as many people as you want, and they can pass it around to their friends and everyone can read it. On a tablet you can't do that as easily unless you want to give your £100 tablet to everyone you know, which probably isn't a good idea, to be honest. And the lending of books also kind of leads into the ownership of the books. With a physical book, you can hold it in your hands, you definitely own it, you can interact with things with it, you can smack things with it, it's physically there and yours to have. Whereas, with the books you own on a tablet, it's not quite as clear cut as this. Many companies keep the digital rights of the book to themselves, which means that they can ultimately delete any books that you have bought without prior notice. This can be an issue and has led to a number of debates about who actually owns digital content. Then there's the issue of tablets becoming outdated. Every year a new tablet comes onto the market, every year old software becomes outdated. This means that eventually you may not be able to download your books onto your original tablet unless you upgrade to a newer version. It will take much longer for your book to fall apart than it will take for your tablet to become out of date. Although some would argue this doesn't matter because in the long run you'll probably spend more on the physical books than you would on a tablet. As you can see, there are some advantages and disadvantages to both sides of the argument. I personally prefer physical books, and I don't believe that the tablet will eventually overtake books or books will completely eradicate tablets, much in the same way that TV didn't replace radio when it came out, or the internet hasn't replaced TV. On a completely unrelated note, I'm thinking of starting some challenge vlogs on this channel. I would very much like to hear some suggestions of what you'd like to see me do. Leave them in the comments below and I'll read them and hopefully make some videos doing some funny and weird things. Hope you enjoyed the vlog, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.